second part in the series where I'm covering altering this notebook. And if you haven't watched the first video, it's probably a good idea to do so, because I explained how I got this far in the last video. So I'll just show you what I've done. So we covered it. I added some this bit of washi tape to the spine. I'm not sure if I'm really happy with it because I like the look of it, but it's lifting, so I might have to add some glue or do something different on the spine. But there's my front page, and then I've covered the inside. And then we did the next page, which is kind of our first tab page. And we have a pocket here. And then we've covered the back, but I need to add a pocket or something here. And then we did the back the same way. So there's the back cover, that's covered. Got another little pocket here. And then covered the back of that. And then, as I said, choose two more pages that you want to be tab pages, and I just divided mine into 3 sections, and then just covered 2 more pages front and back. And then while I was off camera, I added washi tape. Yes, I made a big boo-boo here. I just added washi tape to all the edges of all the pages, which I think looks nice and it adds a bit of strength to the pages. But this one here, I actually tore the page, so I thought, well, why not put some washi tape there to fix it up, and that's fine with me because this is just for me. And then, yeah, I've just got the washi tape. The way I put it on is just to, I just folded it over the page. So just half on one side and half on the other. I didn't get them all even, but yeah, that's how I did it. And you want to look for, your widest washi tapes to do this, because the thin ones obviously would be a bit harder to work with. So that's as far as we've got. So what I want to do next is I want to address this here because it got a little bit crumpled with the glue, and it's also because of the way this notebook's made. The pages at the beginning were very sort of tight in the signature, and they've done a bit of crumpling there. But because we've left a gap also between here and here, I want to add something to these bits. But I also want to add a pocket here. So I'm just thinking if I should add it now or after I've added the pocket. Yeah, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a pocket across like this or make it a side pocket. I think because that's a side pocket, we'll do a different one here. I might even do a diagonal pocket. So, it's just figuring out whether you want, what sort of pocket you want on this page. So I've got all my scraps here. Seeing what I can use. I've got this one. So these, if you were watching the last video, I explained most of these papers are from the autumn calling journal kit, and I'll link that below. So I think I'll just do a little big pocket across here. So I need to cut off my white borders. grab my paper trimmer. And just trim this off. Okay, so I've trimmed off my borders, and let's measure for a pocket. I think I want it about that high. And just mark where I want to trim it. I'll just take it out to the edge of this paper. Maybe have it slightly thinner. And then bottom about here. I'll just trim that off. And so use that for something else. This is the pocket here. I've just got a tiny gap either side there. So I'm going to use my circle punch to punch out the little, I only have a small circle punch, but that's what I'm using. Let's give it a bit of inking. Yeah, I'm going to take it because I want to touch but not too much because if I find it getting bulky, I'm going to close your book properly. But I think I'll decorate at the end, so I think I'll because I want to get basic instruction out of the way, and then we'll do the maybe decorate up. So you can use other side tape to put your papers down if you want to. I think I'm using glue, and I'm using my fabric glue because I just find it's great for everything. It's strong. It dries a bit quicker than the PVA or the clear glue that I've got. So I'm just going to put one over there. I could have probably made it a bit of an expandable pocket. You can do that by adding little hinges either side. Perhaps I'll do that on the back cover, make it a bit more expandable. But that's going to be fine. So now this bit here, I'm just thinking a bit of fabric maybe, or a bit of lace. I thought about washi tape, but I don't know if I have any actually wide enough for that little area. What have I got in here? Oh yeah, that's wide enough. So that's going to cover that little area there. And plus it adds a bit of decoration to our pockets. I don't know, I'm a little bit worried because it's where we're going to be opening and closing. I think if I glue it down well, we shouldn't have any issues. So I'll just cut that. And I'll put a fair amount of glue. I want the edges to be glued right down as well. Which way does this go? I think that way. So I'll need to go back and make sure my edges are stuck down so it doesn't curl. And if you have a good fabric glue, you'll be able to do that. That edge is stuck down nicely. I know a lot of people use Fabri-Tac or something called 3-in-1, I think, but I haven't been able to get hold of that just yet. So, but this fabric glue is from Big W in Australia, and it's fabric glue, and it's spelled GLOO, and it's very good. You just, you know, make sure you wait for it to dry. So that's nice and flat, so I think that that should be fine, yeah, when I'm opening and closing. Just thinking about, oh, I'm thinking about decorating already. I got this picture out of a magazine. Obviously that's way too big. But I was thinking this might make a really nice big card, writing card for this pocket. If I back that with something. So I might do that because I like that. So I'll back it with something, or something that you can write on. So let's see what I've got left. Okay, I've got some where are we? I do have some craft paper. Excuse me for a second, I might have to reach over the camera. That's alright, I can go around. Oh, I have some free cardstock, or I have I actually have some craft paper that I've got off of Temu, and when I got it, I actually thought that it was craft cardstock, because that's what I ordered. But it's, I mean, it's thicker than ordinary copy paper, but it's not much thicker. It might be about 100 GSM, so it's not actually cardstock, it's paper. But that's okay, because for me, it's great for journal pages, and it's great for backing things, so I like the colour of it. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down. I'm trying not to go too slow, guys. Sorry, I know that I think a lot. I think a lot about, instead of just doing it. But you know, that's just my process. But some of the video I will speed it up, so you don't have to watch the boring bits. So do I want a border? I think I do want a little border. And then I may even stitch around that. Okay. And a nice little journaling card. Stitch around it because obviously around the edges are nice and you don't get too damaged. This after all is on paper. But let's ink. I'm not sure how far we're going to get in this video, but I'm hoping that we can get all of the pockets and things like that done, and then we can just come back and decorate, or maybe we might have to make some more ephemera and then decorate. So, because I've got other journals that I want to get onto. I've got other new kit coming out that I want to show you and things like that. So I'm going to quickly stitch this. Yes, I needle. Okay, I'm going to fix this offline, but we'll just pause the video and I'll be back. Okay, so I have stitched all around my little journaling card. And I just used a straight stitch because I didn't realise my machine was on straight stitch. Normally I'd do a zigzag, but that's okay. I just like the stitching on the paper anyway, so I can write on the back of there if I want to. So that's a card in that pocket. Now let's see, I know I have some tags, I think. I have the little journaling cards. I could make some tags. There's a 1, 2. I could put this one in there along with something else. I could make another one maybe. Make a journaling card and then add this tag as well. Let's see. I'm going to put some tabs in this journal on the 3 or 2. Well, actually, there will be 4 tab pages, including the back one. I may put some tabs on this. We will see. This also needs to be back in something. So I'll do the same thing. Glue it down on the back of this paper, and I'll stick it on camera on the back. Okay, so I've backed my tag. I haven't sewn around it, but I may do later on. I decided instead of adding a hole there and some ribbon, I thought I might make a tab to go at the top here. So I've cut a strip of cardstock. It's about 1.5 inches wide. I just need to decide how high I want my tab. Yep, so I'm going to fold it about there. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to round the corners. If I can get in one little punch. I'm not losing it if I'm not careful. Come on. 2. No, I don't have a tab punch. I think I'll do that. I'm not sure how to cut out, the actual tab shape. I know it's a brittle tabs in the shop, but I'm just going to do it this way. I think. So, just have a tab like that on there, real nice. Corner's a bit crooked, but that's alright. And then I'm thinking of maybe putting a hole in my tab, or just a little brad as a kind of a little decoration. So I'm going to glue this together. Oh, silly me. I meant to be gluing it onto there, aren't I? Whoops. Just saved myself. Oh, I should have inked around it first. Oh, sorry guys, never mind. Easily fixed. Just having one of those non-thinking days where I don't know where my brain is. Okay, so and later, you know, I can add a little I'll probably just add a little decoration to this, but I'm going to glue it like that. And now I've got a little tab on there. Straight, get that straight. Okay. So we need, just gonna grunge it up a bit more because it's a bit too light. Then I'll add a little word or some sort of a embellishment when we come to embellish. So for now, I'll put that in the pocket there. And then, I don't know whether to put a tall journaling card in there as well. That one's a bit wide, but I was just thinking maybe if I just leave it like that, it might be better, because then, well, it leaves this pocket free for me to put anything else into that I might want to pop in there. I think I want to put one of the little journaling cards on that pocket. Behind that, little pages here, little things. So paper I've put now. And I'll put a little page like that now. Just going to glue that down. Around it. And yeah, I like that. Let's glue that one down there. You could turn it into another little pocket. I'm just gonna glue it straight down. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to get carried away with embellishing in this video because we need to get the rest of the pockets in. But you can see how I'm building it up with pockets and bits and pieces to go into the pockets. And now on this side, we have to decide what we want to do here. And I think because I've got the lace there, that perhaps this could be a side pocket on this side as well. I don't have to worry about the lace. That's if I can get it. Yeah, it might be a bit hard to glue in there, so probably do need to put something down there. I actually do have some autumnish type fabrics here somewhere. I've got that one. These are some fabrics I had that I actually tea dyed, so they're got a sort of a vintagey look to them. So it might be a bit too pink. This one here is not tea dyed, but it's might be a better colour. And then I do have this one, but I don't think. Oh, it's quite a nice contrast, isn't it? It's actually not a bad contrast, but see, I think I like the one with the yellow because we've got sunflowers in here as well. So I'm gonna do that. I could possibly make a fabric pocket as well. So, how wide do I want it? I want it about to there. Let's do, whoops, sorry. I've gone all crooked, haven't I? Let's do this end, because I can tear it at this end. Cut there. There we go. It's a little bit crooked, but it will be fine. Let's glue this little bit of fabric down. Just spreading the glue out a bit. Do the edges. Oh, they didn't cover that though, did it? I'll add a bit of trim down that side. Bit of trim. As I say, I didn't make this side of the pocket. Let's see. Anyway, I need to put it down. Look. Because the fabric should glue to the fabric really well, so there should be no reason why I can't add a little fabric side pocket here. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully it'll rip straight this time. Not really, but I'm okay with that because I can put some trim at this edge where just make this edge the crooked edge, but make this straight, if you get my drift. So that needs cutting there. So all that's left to do is to glue that, the bottom and sides, and add some piece of trim or something down there, thin piece of lace or... So let's put the glue down. And too much. Oh, looks reasonably straight to me. Okay. So that's down. It will need to dry, obviously. Just get rid of some of these little bits. So there we have a cute little fabric pocket on that one. I think that's quite nice. So let me see what I can put down there. I'm wondering about some ribbon. What is that going to be? So, oh, I might need something a little bit wider maybe. Let's have a look. I think I will need something wider, but just so we're covering this edge. Actually, that looks okay. Yep, I'm going to put that down there because that works. Pretty sure that's the I want the brown. Okay, so where's down? It's along this line here. There we go. Okay, so that's covered up that, you know, the crooked edge of the bottom of that bit of fabric. And so now I think I need to put something here. But I'll think about that later, because like I said, I shouldn't be worrying about all the decorating in this video. But I just wanted to cover that up. So that's that one. Okay, so we have a pocket here, pocket here. We've made the cards for there. I haven't made anything for this one yet, but that's okay. Now with the tab pages, you can decide whether you want pockets or no pockets or tucks or whatever, you know, you want to add the same thing as what I've done. I might do a diagonal pocket on this one, I was thinking. So let me just quickly do that. Get some of my paper. Perhaps I should use a more neutral. It's not going to be... Actually, what I can do is make one of those pockets where it goes across and down, and it's like more like a tuck. So I'm just going to cut. How tall shall I have it? I actually don't want to cover up too much of the page, but maybe about 2/3 of the way up. So I'm just going to cut on an angle. I better mark that. Say from just making sure it's straight on my page. So go from here to here. I'm going to cut. And then I'll cut it the height that I want it. I think. There. And put that straight. I'll trim that off. That's going to go there like that. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do for this page. So really, the altering part, you know, of actually altering it, we've actually already done that, you know, in this video and the last video. We're basically now adding pockets, and then we want to add things to go inside those pockets, and you know, decorating. But there is one more thing that I want to show you in this video, and that is that I want to do some stamping on the pages as well, possibly stenciling, but I think just stamping, not on every page. There we go. So I've just glued this and this side, and then you have a nice tuck spot in there. I'm just looking for my little cloth. Yes. So we're going to have a nice little tuck spot in here to put something. But remember, I was saying to you that I got out some colouring in paper from a colouring in book. It was an autumn. Here it is. Well, I just thought, because this is my journal, that I might pop this into a pocket, and then it's got a nice verse on that side. Delicious autumn, my very soul is wedded to it, and if I were a bird, I would fly about the earth seeking the successive autumns, by George Eliot. Okay, so I'm going to fold it this way so I know what it is, and then one day I'll come along and I'll be like, oh, I want to do some colouring in my journal, so I shall have that in there. And then I'll just glue it onto one of the pages when I've done it. So I'm going to pop that one in there. So on this side, you might want another pocket, tuck. You might want to leave it so you can do some collaging one day. I may leave a couple of mine blank actually, yeah, and just put the pocket on the front page. So, between now and my next video, if you can just put all your pockets on, pockets that you want, and you can make things to go into your pockets. It's totally up to you. But I'll just show you with the stamping. Okay, so I have some black ink, and I have these little stamps here. So I want to stamp them throughout every, you know, few pages and some butterflies. I thought that's all I would do. And I've got this little, I remembered I had this little, that's like a tab stamp. So I can probably stamp this a few times and create my tabs out of this. It says on there, it says this month. And I guess you can just write the month under there. So anyway, that I just found that, so there might be an idea. So I'm just going to go through, wondering whether I should use black or I think I will use black. I like this beautiful flower. I may even put one on this pocket. There. Got the square in there, but that's okay. So like that. And as I said, not every page, but I do want a little bit of decoration here and there. So there. Try this one. Here. Let's get a butterfly. Maybe this one. Could put him there. Then I could put a little butterfly up there. Yep. So I'm just, you know, adding little touches, turning a couple of pages. Might put one at the top of these 2 pages. Just adds a little something there. And should we do one? We'll just do one on the last page maybe. Let's get another flower. There, like a little rose. So that's it really, just going through and stamping where you want to stamp. So I don't want my video to get too long because I know that, you know, it can be boring to watch and it's going to take me a while to do all of my pockets and things. But just as long as you get the idea of what, you know, how to alter it. I'll probably add more pockets and a few more things to go into the pockets off camera, and then in the next video I'll show you what I've done and we can come back and do a bit more decorating, you know, altered notebook. And I also want to make a closure, so we'll be doing some sort of a closure as well. Okay, so thanks very much for watching and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.